And now it's time for Stordy time. And in tonight's Stordy, it's the story of the Little Papi and Jason and the Argonauts. That's right, little Pete. Now, you know the mammy? Well, the mammy and the pappy were talking earlier about lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. And the pappy said, Mammy, tonight's story will be the story of the Little Papi and Jason and the Argonauts. And she went, yay, Pappy, yay, I can't wait. And he said, okay, Mammy. And so when the Little Papi was a little Papi, he came downstairs to his mum and went, Mum, I've got nothing to do. And she went, you're kidding. And he went, no, I've got nothing to do. And I have to think of something, and I don't know what to do. I think we'll play in the Cobblers or on the Barnabas Hill today. And Pauline said, oh, Little Papi, why don't you go and give yourself a nice little treat and go to pictures? And he went, oh. And she went, Jason and the Argonauts is on. And he went, oh, that'd be brilliant. Oh, can I go, Mum? And she went, yes, you can. And you can take Pauline and Tony, and Baby Lucia hasn't been to the pictures before, so you can take Baby Lucia too. And Little Papi went, oh, thanks, Mum. Thank you very much. She went, go and get me purse. And I went, oh, okay. So he went off and he got his mum's purse, and he brought it back and he went, there you go. And so she reached in and she said, we've got just enough for you to go to pictures and get yourself a Kiora drink. Kiora is orange juice in the pictures. You can go and get yourself a Kiora drink, and one for Pauline and Tony, and get Baby Lucia one for their doily cup. And she said, oh, thanks, Mum, thank you. And so she said, okay, now get out my sight, because there's a decent Western on the telly in a minute. And I said, oh, okay, Mum. And he gave her a hug and a kiss on the cheek. And thank you. And she went, go on, get out. And I said, okay. So we knocked at Pauline's. Now, Pauline. And Pauline came to the door with a blue plastic bowl filled with her favourite cereal and with the Baby Lucia in her doily cup. Baby Lucia was always excited when the Little Papi knocked, because it meant they were going to go on an adventure or they were going to do something brilliant. And she looked at him with her doily cup. And Little Papi went, oh, Baby Lucia, Baby Lucia, Baby Lucia. See that cheek? It's mine. And he went, nice. Now, you haven't been to the pictures before. It's like watching the telly, but it's massive, and it's not in black and white. It's in colour. It's all in colour, and you're going to love it, and you're going to be with me, Tony, and Pauline. And Pauline went, oh, brilliant. And Little Papi said, and guess what's on, Pauline? And she went, what? And he went, Jason and the Argonauts. And she went, oh, that'll be brilliant. Oh, I can't wait. Let me finish this cereal. So Pauline finished her cereal as quickly as she could, and Baby Lucia finished her doily cup as quickly as she could. And when they were done, Pauline collected the empty blue plastic bowl and the Baby Lucia's empty doily cup with Mickey Mouse on the side that Joe gave her. And she took it to the kitchen and came straight back to the door. And she went, right, let's go and get Tony. Little Papi said, okay. So he'd be dead surprised. So they knocked at Tony's. Now, Tony. And Baby Lucia knocked too. Nee. And Tony came to the door with a jam butty for himself and a heart-shaped jam butty for the Baby Lucia. There you go, Baby Lucia. It's a really special one. That jam is Hartley's jam. It's not Robertson's. Robinson's is good, but Hartley's, you can't get it anywhere. And so Baby Lucia went, yay! And she sat down and ate her heart-shaped jam butty while Tony ate his jam butty as quickly as he could. And when he was done, he left some jam on one cheek and no jam on the other, which meant that he was ready. And Baby Lucia climbed up and sucked the jam off his cheek. And Tony said, you know what? I did hear a growl then. Pauline said, don't be ridiculous, Tony. And she went, it's like a baby werewolf. Little Papi said, Tony, we're going to go and see Jason and the Argonauts at the pictures. And he went, but I haven't got any money, Little Papi. And Little Papi said, it's okay, my mum's paying for us. She said that we haven't had a decent treat for ages. So we're all going to go to the pictures. And not only that, she gave me enough money so we can get a Kiora in there too. And so I said, oh, I love Kiora. And Little Papi said, so do I. And Baby Lucia, you're going to love it too. And so he said, right, let's go to the pictures. So they all started walking down to the cinema. And Pauline held Baby Lucia's hand as she crossed the road. And they walked up and Pauline said, I can't wait to see it. It looks brilliant. And Little Papi said, yeah. And I've even got pictures of it in Famous Monsters of Filmland. And Tony said, is there monsters in it? Little Papi said, loads. And Baby Lucia went, hang on a minute. Monsters? You sure it's okay for Baby Lucia? And Little Papi said, Pauline, Baby Lucia's seen more monsters in Flat-Nosed Tom's shop than she's ever going to see in a movie. And Tony laughed. Including Flat-Nosed Tom. Little Papi said, that's right. If there's nothing scary in it, Baby Lucia, it's going to be brilliant. And every time we see a movie like this, we come out and we become the characters as soon as we leave the cinema. And she went, yay, yay, Papi, yay. And so they all got to the pictures. And then Little Papi said, right, let me do the talking and hide Baby Lucia behind your back in case they say she's too young. And Pauline said, they're not going to say none. And so they walked in and Little Papi said, right, 3.5, please. And the lady said, who's the half for? And Little Papi said, my baby sister, she's just gone to the toilet and she won't be a minute. And she went, oh, okay. So the lady gave her the tickets. And then once they were out of sight, Baby Lucia came out then from behind Pauline. Little Papi said, right, stay with me and Pauline, Baby Lucia, and we'll get a good seat. And so they walked through the doors of the cinema. And it was huge. It was a massive cinema. And all the seats had red velvet seats and little padded leatherette arms. And then down by where the screen was, there was these huge red curtains. And they seemed to go on all the way up to the sky. And Baby Lucia was like this. Ah. And Pauline said, see the lights, Baby Lucia? They're called chandeliers. And every one of those chandeliers was made in the same shop where they made the chandeliers for the Titanic. And Tony said, I don't think she knows what the Titanic is. And Baby Lucia went, nee. And she climbed down. And Little Papi said, right, let's go and get our nice little seats. Should we go at the back or the front? And Tony went, I don't know. No, don't go to the back. Don't go to the back because we might have people in front of us. Little Papi said, right, straight down to the front. And Pauline went, no, because you'll see Baby Lucia. And Little Papi says, oh, okay, 5 rows from the front and then right in the middle. And Pauline said, okay. So they got 5 to the 5th row from the front and they sat right in the middle. And then Pauline said, right, everybody stoop down until the lights go down. And Tony said, yeah, because we don't want to get shocked out. And so they stooped down and then more and more people came in. But it wasn't too busy. There wasn't that many people. And Pauline said, oh, this is going to be great. They've got no one in front of us. And Tony went, yeah. And so suddenly the lights went down and Baby Lucia went, And Pauline went, it's okay, Baby Lucia, they've got to turn the lights down so we can see the movie. And so Baby Lucia looked at the screen. And when the curtains went back and the screen came up, she went, Pauline, look, Pauline, look. And Pauline said, yeah, isn't it huge? And she went, like that. And then Tony said, it's like a massive telly. And Pauline went, no, it's not. There's no knob to turn and there's nobody shouting, turn that muck off. And Tony went, oh yeah. And Baby Lucia was really excited and she was looking at the screen. And so they all watched the first advertisements of the commercials that came on, and Baby Lucia watched too. And she was like this, and they were all watching. And then Tony said, oh great, it's the Gordon's gin advert. And then suddenly all the music came on, and it was really beautiful music, and it was really loud, and it went dun, 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 dun. And as the music was going, everyone was going dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And at the end, Pauline, the little Papi, and Tony all said at the same time, it's got to be Gordon's. Pauline said, oh, that was brilliant. Tony said, yeah, it's my favourite ad on earth. And as they were looking, someone went, hey, shh. And Baby Lucia turned around. She went, yeah. And little Papi turned around and he went, sorry mate, it was sorry, shh, shh, like that. And so he went, what are you doing? And someone went, hey, I won't tell you again. And so he went, oh, sorry mate, sorry, shh, shh. And then Baby Lucia looked at the man, shh. And then they watched. They watched the rest of the ads, and then the movie was getting ready to come on, and Baby Lucia went, ah, ah. And then Pauline said, ah, it's going to be brilliant. Have you got your Kioras? And Tony went, no, we haven't. And Pauline said, oh, Tony, little Papi, go and get the Kioras. And Tony went, oh, we'll miss the beginning. And little Papi said, come on, quick. And so Tony and the little Papi went back to go and get the Kioras. And then they came back down. And they said, yeah, Pauline, there's yours. And so he gave Pauline a Kiora, orange juice with a straw, and one for the Baby Lucia, and one for the little Papi. And they started sucking. All together. And then the man behind them went, "Oi, we're trying to watch the film here." And Baby Lucia went, "Shh." Little Papi went, sorry mate, just me baby sister. Sorry. Shh. Tony went, "Are you shushing?" And then the man said, "He's shushing me." And Tony went, "Oh, sorry mate, sorry. Shh. And then they all watched. And then Baby Lucia turned back around to the man. And then the man said, "It's okay, you turn round now and watch the movie." And she just stared at him. I mean, it's okay, just go watch the movie with your friends. Go and watch the movie. And then she went, "Shh. And so they all watched the movie. And then Pauline said, "Oh, it's brilliant." And Little Papi said, "I love this movie." And then, "Just wait until we see the skeletons." And Tony went, "The skeletons?" And Little Papi said, "Yeah, you'll see it soon. And so they watched the movie and they absolutely loved it. And in all the fight scenes, they were pretending that they were in the film. Almost hit me. And Tony said, "Yeah, it's dead real." And Pauline said, "I wondered if Jason and the Argonauts was real." And Tony said, "Of course it was. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made the film." And Little Papi said, "It's like Batman. I used to think, when I was watching Batman on the pictures, see the air vents up there in the ceiling?" And everyone looked up. And Tony went, "Yeah." He said, "I could have swore I saw Batman and Robin looking down at the audience just before the film came on." And Tony said, "They might have done." Little Papi said, "That's what I was saying. But I went round to the back of the pictures to see if there was a Batmobile there, and there wasn't. There was just an old burnt out car." And Tony said, "Yeah, that was probably the villain's car." And Little Papi went, "Oh yeah. I didn't think of that." And Tony said, "You should have took me with you." And Little Papi said, I think you had chicken pox that day. He went, are they still gone? And Little Papi said, okay, next time you have chicken pox, you have to come with me no matter what. And he went, okay, it's a deal. And so they watched. And then suddenly they saw the scene with Jason fighting the skeletons. Ah, look at them. And Baby Lucia was like, ah. And each time they were swinging swords, Baby Lucia was twisting in her seat. And then she turned over to the Little Papi. And Little Papi went, ow! And she went, hee, hee, hee. And then the man behind him went, I won't tell you again. And Baby Lucia went, shh. And he went, that baby's cheeky. And Baby Lucia started looking around on the floor. And then she found a piece of popcorn and picked it up. And Tony turned down to the man. I'm sorry about that, mate. Sorry. Shh, shh. And so they watched the skeleton scene with Jason fighting the skeletons. And then eventually, when he beat all the skeletons back, the wind blew through Jason's hair, and it was the end of the movie. And Tony went, ah, that was brilliant. And Pauline said, you know what? If the Baby Lucia wasn't here, we could hide and watch it all over again. And Tony went, oh yeah, but it's all right. Nick, when I get some money, I'm going to bring us all to see it again. And Little Papi said, that'd be great, Tony. That'd be great. And Baby Lucia was like, ah, ah. And then all the music came and the credits, and then the lights came back on in the cinema and the curtains closed. And Baby Lucia was going, yay, yay. And Little Papi went, oh, did you like that movie, Baby Lucia? And she said, yeah, Papi, yeah, Papi, plane, plane. And Tony said, what did she say? And Pauline said, she said, it was the best thing she's ever seen. And Tony went, must be great seeing your first film like that. And Little Papi said, I can remember when I saw my first film. I screamed when the lights went off. And Pauline said, yeah, I was there, Little Papi. And you wrecked the film for all of us. We had to bring you home. And Little Papi said, I couldn't help it. No one told me the lights was go off. And she went, well, you know now. And then they all got outside. They all got up off the seats and they walked outside the cinema. And Tony said, right, okay, everyone. Now we've got to play Jason and the Argonauts all the way home. And Little Papi said, Baby Lucia needs a sword. Are you going to be Jason, Baby Lucia? And Tony said, I was going to be Jason. And Little Papi said, hey, the youngest first. And Baby Lucia went, yay, yay. And so they looked around and Papi found something that would be really good for a sword. And then he said, Baby Lucia, I'm going to give you this because this would be a brilliant sword for you. And you'll be able to fight me and Tony because we're the skeletons. And she went, and he gave her the stick that looked like a sword. And she went, ah, yeah. Started poking Tony and Little Papi. Ah, ah, ah. Little Papi said, hey, don't stick it in all the way. Ah. And she was like this with Tony. Ah, ah. And Little Papi said, right. And as you're fighting with the sword, Baby Lucia, you go over to Pauline because she's on your side. And Tony said, yeah, the girl's on your side, the boy's on ours. And then Little Papi said, right, we're the skeletons. Now, we're going to get yous. And Baby Lucia went, no, Papi, no, Papi, no. And he went, ow. And he went, and she went and she poked him again. And he went, Pauline, tell her she's not supposed to hurt us. And Pauline said, Baby Lucia, try not to hurt them. And he went, hey. And Tony went, ow. Little Papi, you could have given us something that wasn't that sharp. And Little Papi said, it's just a stick, Tony, stop it. And so Baby Lucia was playing. And Pauline said, get them. And then Baby Lucia ran over to Tony. And Tony went, okay, all right, okay. we surrender. And Little Papi said, the skeletons can't talk. And Tony said, this one can. And then Baby Lucia attacked Tony again. And Tony went, ah, ah, like that. And she laughed. And then she went after Little Papi. Ah, Papi. And Little Papi went, it does this. And Baby Lucia went, yay, Pauline, yay. And Pauline went, yay, we won. And Tony said, that didn't happen in Jason and the Argonauts. And Pauline said, I'm doing it for the Baby Lucia. Now hush. And so they all carried on fighting and playing scenes from the movie and all the way home. And Little Papi said, you can keep that stick, Baby Lucia. And she said, Daddy, I don't know, Papi. And so she stayed with Pauline. And they all had a fantastic day after watching Jason and the Argonauts. The end. Now, did you like that little story, Little Pete? And would you like the Mummy and the Papi and yourself and Baby Lucia and Layla and Freddie and Al and Olivia and little Joni and her baby to be all snuggled up and watch the story of the Little Papi and Jason and the Argonauts? Then that's what we will do. Now, let's give our lovely Mummy a nice love and a hug and a kiss. Come on, Baby Lucia. Mummy. Stop. And Tony said, stop it. And then, come on, little Freddie. Okay. Come on, Layla. Can little Joni, Al and Olivia have swords as well? Yes, they can. And then we can all have a proper battle. Yay. Okay. Right. Now, Baby Lucia, you can play with your sword for a little bit longer while I say night, night, everyone.